Hey, Vikings Nation. What's good, Skol faithful? We're diving headfirst into the juiciest storyline of the 2025 preseason. The battle for the backup quarterback spot behind our QB1, McCarthy. After 2 preseason games, this race is wide open, and Saturday's clash against the Patriots threw some serious curveballs. Is Sam Howell still the guy? Is Max Brosmer stealing the show? Or does Brett Rypien have a sneaky shot? Buckle up, because we're breaking it all down with the passion of a packed U.S. Bank Stadium. Let's set the stage. McCarthy is the undisputed starter for the Vikings as we head into the 2025-26 season, but the backup QB competition is stealing the spotlight. Before the draft, there were wild rumors about Aaron Rodgers potentially landing in Minnesota. Can you imagine? Instead, the Vikings traded for Sam Howell, a guy with starting experience, to anchor the QB2 role. But hold up, undrafted rookie Max Brosmer and veteran Brett Rypien are making this a three-way dogfight. Who's got the edge? Let's dig into the chaos. So, what's the vibe after the Patriots game? It's messy, folks. Sam Howell, who looked like a stud against the Texans in Week 1, crashed hard on Saturday. He went 1 for 5 for a measly 13 yards and threw a pick that had fans screaming, "What was that?" Meanwhile, Max Brosmer, the former Gopher, is turning heads with his poise and big-time throws. Brett Rypien? Solid but not spectacular. Who do you think deserves the QB2 spot? Drop your take in the comments. Let's talk about Sam Howell's roller coaster. In the preseason opener against Houston, he was on fire, completing 11 of 13 passes for 105 yards and a rushing touchdown. Vikings fans were hyped, thinking we'd found our QB2. But against the Patriots, it was a nightmare, 1 of 5, 13 yards, and that brutal interception. Coach Kevin O'Connell praised Howell's joint practices with New England, so maybe it was just a bad day? Still, that performance raised red flags. Can Howell bounce back? Now, let's shine the spotlight on Max Brosmer, the undrafted rookie who's got the Vikings Nation buzzing. Against the Patriots, he went 15 of 27 for 156 yards, with 1 interception but some absolute dimes, including a 4th down beauty to Jeshaun Jones. His final drive nearly pulled off a miracle comeback, showing he's got guts and arm talent. Brosmer's 20 of 35 for 203 yards and a touchdown through 2 games is making a strong case. Is this kid the real deal? Brett Rypien, the veteran in the mix, isn't going down without a fight. He had the most efficient day against the Patriots, completing 7 of 11 passes for 83 yards and an 86.6 QB rating. No touchdowns or picks, but he's steady. Maybe too steady? Rypien's got experience, but he's not lighting up the stat sheet like Brosmer. With only 8 of 15 for 89 yards overall, is he doing enough to secure the backup job? What's your read on Rypien? Coach O'Connell's keeping his cards close to his chest. After the Patriots game, he said, "There's a reason we're playing all 3 of them. The competition is still open." That's classic KOC. Keeping us guessing. He's looking for who can execute the offense, even without stars like Justin Jefferson or TJ Hawkinson. O'Connell's not tipping his hand, but you can bet he's got a plan. What do you think he's cooking up for the QB room? Let's break down the stats to see where this race stands. Howell's at 12 of 18 for 118 yards, no touchdowns and 1 interception. A 66.6% completion rate but shaky moments. Brosmer's 20 of 35 for 203 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, with a 57.1% completion rate. Rypien's 8 of 15 for 89 yards, no scores, no turnovers at 53.3%. Brosmer's got the edge in production, but Howell's experience might keep him in the lead. Who's your pick based on these numbers? The Vikings' first preseason game against the Texans gave us hope for Howell. He looked poised, leading a 94-yard drive and scoring on a QB sneak. Brosmer also shined, hitting Miles Price for a touchdown late in the game. Rypien, though, struggled, going 1 of 4 and taking 2 sacks. That game set the stage for a tight race, but it also showed Brosmer's potential to push the veterans. How much did that Texans game shape your opinion? Fast forward to the Patriots game, and the plot thickens. Howell's meltdown against New England's first-team defense was ugly, skittish, confused, and that interception was a head-scratcher. Brosmer, on the other hand, looked comfortable in the pocket, making quick reads and flashing NFL-level throws. Rypien was efficient but didn't wow anyone. Is Howell's starting experience enough to keep him ahead? Or is Brosmer closing the gap fast? O'Connell's comments hint at a bigger picture. He knows the backups won't have the luxury of throwing to Jefferson or Addison or playing behind the first-team O-line. He's looking for traits, decision-making, poise, and execution under pressure. Brosmer's quick eyes and ability to avoid risky throws caught KOC's attention, but Howell's practice reps suggest he's still in the mix. What traits do you think matter most for the QB2 role? Here's a spicy question. Should the Vikings look outside the roster? They spent a fifth-round pick on Howell, so they're invested, but his inconsistency is concerning. Brosmer's a rookie with 0 regular season snaps, and Rypien's a career backup. Starting the season with McCarthy, Howell, and Brosmer sounds risky, especially with McCarthy's own inexperience. Would you trust this trio? Or should Kwesi Adofo-Mensah hit the phones for a veteran like Trey Lance? The joint practices with the Patriots gave us some clues. O'Connell raved about Howell's performance there, saying he showed arm talent and flashed potential. Brosmer, meanwhile, earned praise for his fast eyes and ability to make big throws under pressure. Rypien's steady but unspectacular play keeps him in the conversation. These practices are huge for evaluating QBs in game-like situations. How much weight do you give them compared to actual games? With one preseason game left against the Titans, the pressure's on. Howell needs a bounce-back performance to lock in QB2. Brosmer could solidify his case with another strong showing, and Rypien's fighting to stay relevant. The August 26th roster cutdown day is looming, and KOC's got a tough call to make. Who do you think steps up in the final preseason game? Drop your predictions below. Skol Vikings, let's wrap this up. The backup QB race is a nail-biter, and it's anyone's game. Howell's experience gives him a slight edge, but Brosmer's making a serious push, and Rypien's hanging tough. With McCarthy as our QB1, we need a reliable backup to keep the Skol train rolling. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more Vikings news, and share this with your fellow fans. Let's keep the purple pride alive, Skol.